Wildlife Photographer of the Year People's Choice Award at the Natural History Museum for his snap of a curious badger. And it does look curious, quite impressively so. Ian Woods managed to catch the badger appearing to admire a Banksy-style graffiti version of itself on a quiet road in St Leonards-on-Sea. Ian's photo was praised as flawlessly timed, and the man himself joins us now. Great to have you with us, and congratulations on the award, Ian.
Oh, thank you very much.
How long did it take you to capture? Was this a specific individual badger that you are wanting to capture in this way for a long time, or was it just a moment in time that you happened to photograph?
Well, it was a number of badgers that I had the pleasure in studying for a couple of years. This was taken in St Leonards-on-Sea when I lived there, and I had a house down the end of a dead-end road, and I had a badger set in a bit of no man's land, so beautifully protected, and lots of people in the street were leaving scraps of food for foxes, and I started to notice badgers coming up late at night, and for a wildlife photographer, this is heaven, because I've got an animal in an unusual setting. This particular badger I got to know quite well. I've called it Banksy Badger. It's not actually a Banksy graffiti. I put the graffiti on the wall. It's actually the Stop the Cull logo, because there is a message behind this photo as well about the badger cull.
Well, yeah, explain that a bit more to me.
Well, the badger cull in England is still ongoing, and Labour actually said in their 2004 manifesto that it was ineffective, and independent scientific investigations into the own government data show that it's not made any difference in terms of bovine TB. And so I'm really hoping that this picture will raise more awareness of this. I live in rural Dorset now, and the situation here is so serious that they're already becoming locally extinct. I hardly see them here at all, where just 2 years ago I saw them. And I really fear that unless the cull is finally stopped and all existing licenses are rescinded, we'll only see badgers in urban environments in several parts of England.
Why are they getting culled? What's the original explanation for it?
The explanation is bovine TB, and I'm not downplaying this at all. It's been very serious for the cattle farmers in England. I actually have 2 cows. They're used for making wildflower meadows, but I'm surrounded by the farming community, and so many cattle have died. Now, we don't cull badgers in Scotland, and there's no bovine TB, but the real example is Wales, because they have had some outbreaks, and Wales doesn't kill any badgers at all, and they've got their levels of bovine TB virtually down to nothing by better farm hygiene, better testing of cattle, and better control over cattle movement. Whereas in England, we've killed nearly 250,000 badgers at an expense to the taxpayer of £60 million, and we're literally sending them to local extinction in many, many parts of England.
So that's the message behind the photo. The back to the photo itself. Is it typical that it takes you this long? I think you said it took you a couple of years to get a picture that captures all of those messages, but the images so brilliantly. Is that normal for you? Is it going to be another 2 years until you get another one in the competition?
Well, I've already entered for next year because the deadline's already closed, but there's a number of photos I'm working on at the moment. One, I'm well over a year and a half into it, and I still haven't got what I want. So no, not at all. I'm more and more, I'm trying to think of ideas for photos and then seeing how I can execute it. So when I had these badgers and foxes living right near my house, I photographed them every night that I was in England, taken tens of thousands of them. I had a little watering hole so that they can drink in times of drought, and I got reflection shots, and then you get shots of them walking up and down the road, and then, past this sign, and then the idea was, well, if we put the Stop the Cull logo on, could we get a badger walking underneath? Now it looks as if it's looking at it. It's not looking at it. Badgers' eyesight is very poor. It's their incredible sense of smell that they rely on.
I think whilst we're talking to you, we can actually look at a couple of the other nominees that didn't win when you did win at this award, which I'm sure you'll appreciate too, even though they weren't quite as good as yours. Just give us a tease, Ian. What's the one that you've been working on for a year and a half? You still haven't got the picture you want.
Well, all I'll say is of a fox. That's all I can really say about it at the moment. Very unusual picture of a fox. It's all about originality. It's trying to achieve images that are original.
Fair enough. Well, listen, Ian, great to have you with us, and congrats again on your photo of the badger winning this year's award.
Thank you so much.
Ian Wood there. Right, still to come here on the breakfast show.